Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the OSBA Game of the Week. Not your average OSBA Game of the Week. Steve, it's the best of the best tonight in the women's division. No Crestwood versus 11-0 Niagara Prep. What do you expect tonight?
Different feel of energy in this gym right now, Anthony. I think this is probably one of the most intense matchups we've had this year.
Yep.
And quite frankly, we might not see another intense matchup like this until we get to playoffs.
I think the craziest out of these two teams, Crestwood has only allowed 75 points once. Nothing over that, and Niagara Prep hasn't led more than 76 in this year. Great defensively, and even better offensively.
You look at Niagara Prep's run of last 5-6 games, and I don't think they've beaten a team by less than 20 as we tip off here. And
this is easily their biggest challenge. You see Niagara Prep with a great start here. Picton comes away with the steal, and Tibiasu right away trying to go to work off the iron that time. Offensive rebound, and Picton takes the three off the mark. And another offensive rebound. What a way to start out the game against the defending champs here.
I worry, though, Niagara Prep needs to shoot the ball well from distance tonight if they want to stay in this game.
Williams, this could be a big matchup against Kayla Drummond. And a shot clock violation that time. Unaware of the clock. It was a good offensive possession that time. Just couldn't put it in the basket, but a welcome sign. Obviously the size difference here. But two offensive rebounds on that possession.
Well, we see some pressure here from Niagara Prep starting out early with a little soft full court press, but still trying to throw a wrench in Crestwood's plans as we start this game early.
Here's Lee Edwards. Lee Edwards making a great case for MVP this year. Of course, just committed to UConn about a month ago. And here's Cheyenne Day Wilson over to Tiana Bailey in the corner. Bailey off the rim. Tasha Lattimore kind of come away with it. Tambu now. Oh, nice crossover. Can't get it to go. Edwards now with the outlet pass. Stolen by Picton. That's her second steal already. Tibiasu decides not to take the shot. Baseline now. This is going to be a great matchup as well today, Steve. Shannon Day Wilson versus Sarah Tibiasu. Both tied for assists right now, leading the OSBA at 4.5 apiece.
That's a tough miss there as Niagara Prep started this game 0 for 3 from long distance. They're getting the opportunities, but you need to finish.
Lattimore, she's going to draw the foul and head to the line. Natasha Lattimore, just under a month ago now, she narrowed down her top 10 schools that she's thinking about. Those schools include California, Syracuse, Baylor, South Carolina, Kentucky, UCLA, Michigan, Notre Dame, Florida, and Tennessee.
Got some big schools, but I think Lattimore's had a great season so far, and she really can be a difference maker for this Crestwood team. You look up and down their lineup as she misses that one, and there's difference makers at all 5 positions, realistically. And that's going to be the tough thing, I think, for Niagara Prep here tonight, is kind of keeping up with the firepower that Crestwood brings to the court.
Lattimore on the year, 70.5% free throw shooter. And she hits the second, going 1 of 1.
That's our first points of the game. Here's we're a minute and a half in. We've had lots of opportunities, but just haven't been able to capitalize if you're Niagara Prep.
Here's Tambu. Tambu, committed to Utah. Great defensive player, making her case for Defensive Player of the Year so far throughout the first half of the season. Here's Tibiasu. Shot clock winding down. Step back. Sarah Tibiasu drains it from 3 in the face of Tiana Bailey.
It's a huge bucket there. Really gets this crowd going already here. And that's the one advantage Niagara Prep's going to have tonight. Home game for them. And like we said in our intro, full gym here tonight.
Lee Edwards trying to make space down low. Lattimore going to take it herself. Draw the foul once again. 2 more shots coming here.
That's a smart play for Lattimore. Like you said, shooting about 70% on the year from the charity stripe. You know you can attack the defenders there. Going to draw some contact and a chance for 2 easy points here.
Quick substitution already here. Reed coming in for Crestwood. Kolovecchia is going to take a seat here, and Emma Cable coming in. Emma Cable really gives them that defensive pressure. 3rd in the OSBA in steals at about 4 right now per game.
Well, we've already seen some active hands from Madeline Picton early on in this game. I think that's one of the things Niagara Prep stresses is active hands on defense, good movement, and kind of reading those plays where if your player is necessarily not in the open spot looking for it, then rush the ball, double team as Lattimore hits the second there.
Picton, of course, daughter of head coach Dave Picton. This is a big game for both coaches. Marlo Davis, of course, felt like he should have been the coach of the year. I would second that last year as well, but he's yet to lose a game in the OSBA so far as Dave Wilson comes away with it. Here's Reed. She's got Aaliyah. Edwards can't handle the pass, and there's Picton again. That's her third steal of the game already. Picton gonna take it herself. Can't get it to go off glass, but there's Williams on the offensive board. Sarah Williams.
And Picton gets the turnover on that one there, but it was Tibiasu with the pressure that really affected Aaliyah Edwards on that.
And you can make that 57 offensive rebounds on the year for Sarah Williams. That leads all of OSBA, and not to mention she's 7th overall in rebounds at about 10.5. Edwards misses her first shot of the game. There's Lattimore on the offensive glass, gets it to go.
And that's going to be the battle down low on the glass, I think. Those two ladies there we saw. On the other end of the court, Williams with her offensive rebound. Now it's Lattimore's turn getting that one.
Oh, nice cut by Picton, and the foul! Madeline Picton is fired up right now. Great pass from Tibiasu.
And you can see a little bit of concern on some of the Crestwood players. We said early on coming into this game, Crestwood's been here before. This is a big opportunity for Niagara Prep to show that they belong in this kind of game. And so far, so good.
Madeline Picton on the year, averaging 13 points per game. Let's go along with 3 assists. And that time hits the extra point. 8-5 lead here for the home Niagara Prep. 6:43 remaining in the first quarter. Here comes Day Wilson, guarded by Picton. Oh, Day Wilson creates some space. They're going to call an offensive foul that time. She got to her spot, but not legally.
The extension of the forearm there, but I think Picton does a good job too to kind of allow that contact and kind of fall with it.
I think if you're Crestwood, next trip down the offensive end, you got to get the ball in Aaliyah Edwards' hands. She leads the OSBA in scoring at 28 points per game.
And you want to get her going here because she can be that offensive threat for you throughout.
Here we go, Cable coming off the screen. Edwards with the switch. Shot clock winding down again. Williams looking to go to work in the post. Up and under. Can't get it going. That'll be a shot clock violation. Great interior defense that time by Lattimore.
Crestwood really clamping down there too. Everybody really active on that play, but you want Williams to try and get the ball up a little sooner on that, even if she has an opportunity to draw some contact, or we've seen already a couple of times tonight, an opportunity for an offensive rebound.
Lattimore now finds Edwards inside. 2 dribbles, spin, Edwards. That's easy money right there.
And you could even send her to the free throw line there. There was a lot of contact on that one, but Edwards just powers through.
Leah Edwards, the UConn commit. Here's Picton now, guarded by Bailey. Picton knifing through the D. Tambu now guarded by Edwards. This is one of the big matchups of the day. Nice steal by Lattimore. Latasha Lattimore. She's got Edwards trailing. She finds her. And that's another layup. And Leah Edwards looking for the blocking foul that time. I think she might have a case.
Well, it's 2 possessions now for Edwards where she's gone through contact and still gets the bucket. It's one of the things with the size and strength she presents on the court. A lot of the time she just fight through some of the contact.
That's going to be an up and down that time.
Crestwood's defense really stepped up in the last 2 or 3 trips down the court for Niagara, and that's giving them opportunities offensively too, as Crestwood's taking a quick timeout.
We're going to take a timeout as well, our first of the game. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the OSBA game of the week. I guess, we were so hyped about this game, we didn't even introduce ourselves. Of course, alongside Steve Martin, you're listening to Anthony Gao right now, and it's been a pretty hyperactive start to this game through the first 4 minutes and some change here, Steve.
Like we said in our intro, lots of energy in the gym here tonight, and that's been on display on the court. We started with tough time early on, but both teams really getting their offense clicking there, especially as Lattimore starts to get some space down low. The combination of her and Edwards is really on display tonight.
Tibiasu finds Spligrove, who just checked into the game, along with Sarah Harvey coming off the screen here. Oh, nice find, Tibiasu on the cut. Going up strong, a little too strong that time. And Aaliyah Edwards comes down with the rebound. A little too strong on the pass to Dave Wilson that time. Marlo Davis frustrated on the sideline, getting into Jada Reed.
Like we were saying, some of the energy will cause some of those early turnovers. We saw some clean opportunities for Niagara Prep early on that they missed, but both teams settling in now, and I think we're going to be in for a long 40 minutes here tonight.
Nice crossover. Tibiasu cut off that time. Great help defense by Reed. And Day Wilson comes away with it. Day Wilson, I got to tell you, she has one of the best handles in the league. She has that ball on a string constantly. See Edwards get down low in the paint. Nice defensive play by Niagara. Bailey finds Wilson. Day Wilson, step back. Good job by Tibiasu to stay with her. Bailey finds Reed back into Lattimore. And she's going to go to the line once again. This is her third trip already. And we're just about 6 minutes into the first quarter here.
Lattimore got away with a little bit of a push there before she even got the ball in the post, though, and Niagara not too happy with that. But they've done some good job defensively, kind of securing the paint. But as the game wears on, you worry about the threat, like we were saying, between Edwards and Lattimore. That can be a great 1-2 down low for Crestwood.
Lattimore hits the first. They're on a 7-0 run right now. Crestwood is. A little bit of a slow start here, but bouncing back as I'm sure everyone watching this game expected.
Nerves will play into that. A big game like this, mid-season, is the last team for both of these teams before the Christmas break. So Lattimore makes that one to go up by 5 here early on. This is a big game. You set the tone as you go into that break. And
a potential finals preview as both these teams are at the top of their respective conferences. Tibiasu now one-on-one with Day Wilson. Here's LaGrove. LaGrove knifing through the D with the floater. Can't get it to go that time, and here comes Day Wilson and the Lions. Oh, nice find to Lattimore. Beautifully done. I talked to Sharon Day Wilson at the start of the game. Well, hey, you got to give me at least 8 assists tonight.
And that's where Crestwood will kill you. When they get off on the quick break, they get that extra body down the court. They're just such a good passing team. They always find the open player.
Harvey now. Stolen by Edwards. Aaliyah. Strong move. Can't get it to go. Oh, she gets it to go. I thought that was going to roll out. And Marlo Davis is furious on the sideline. I thought there was some contact there, and you might have a point.
Edwards has had a couple of opportunities where she's taken some contact and still able to make the bucket, and that's what you want from your head coach, though, sticking up for the star player, trying to get some respect down low.
Take this time to thank our sponsors of the OSBA. Of course, I'd like to thank Spalding Precision Basketball, Crossover Game Film Breakdown, OABO Referees, Universal Hoops Mixtapes, Ryerson GSX Lab. They're the ones that create our OSBA All Access episodes. It's been a great addition to our page this year.
I love some of the coverage that we're getting. Like you were saying, we've called quite a number of games, the two of us, but then following the rest of the league as we go with games that we aren't necessarily there on the call. Some of the talent in this league, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, speaking of talent, we got 3 of the 5 first-team All-Star players last year. You got Sarah Tibiasu, Shannon Day Wilson, and, of course, Aaliyah Edwards on the floor tonight. And
more than likely, those 3 will make it again this year, let alone all the other talent that's on the court, too.
I think you might have to plug in Latasha Lattimore this year. She felt like she got snubbed last year, and she did have a big year. I mean, there's a reason why all those big schools are after her, like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast.
Mm-hmm. Lots of talent on display on the court tonight, but around the league, too. Really seen a jump in some of the performances in these teams, but definitely the cream of the crop here tonight.
And, of course, if you notice, one of their star players, Rebecca Demiki, is not on the court. She's only played 2 games this year, just committed to North Carolina State as well, but she's in the concussion protocol. Coach Marlo Davis said she'd be back after the Christmas break as Blair Grove goes in for the and one. Great response coming out of the timeout.
Getting the extra bucket, well, the opportunity for the extra bucket here, too. 3-point play, that's big to try and get some momentum back on your side if you're Niagara.
You're going to see Zakayla Dayborough come into the game. She's been a huge boost off the bench for this Crestwood team. One of the younger players on the team as well.
Well, and I think the last time we had a Crestwood game, we talked about those young players really stepping up. Big offensive rebound there for Niagara, but misses on that one.
Here's Leah Edwards, who's a walking double-double, 13.5 rebounds on the year. Nice jump shot by Reed. LaGrove inside to Picton. Dave Burrow right in her face. LaGrove, strong drive, blocked by Edwards. And they're going to call a foul on Aaliyah.
That's a tough one there. Edwards getting into the paint on both ends of the court here. She picks up her first foul, and Marlo Davis going to ask her to take a seat. Lattimore checks back in.
But, I like that mentality by Chantel Bloodgrove. You gotta take it to him, right at him. Can't settle for jump shots against this Crestwood team. She's off on the first.
No, to go back to what you were saying, you can't necessarily work from the perimeter. You need to attack some of these players and try and get into the paint and make a little bit of a difference down low, because that's what Crestwood is going to do on the opposite end of the floor.
Hits the second that time. Bloodgrove on the year, only averaging about 5.5 points per game, but it's what she does around the other aspects of the court that's important. Another turnover.
It's a great job of trapping Tay Wilson there.
19-11 now. Niagara Prep trying to get themselves back in this game and cut the lead a little bit here. Bloodgrove finds Kolovecchia. Cable with the crossover. Oh, nice find to Williams. Tipped away by Dave Wilson. Great active hands there in the interior. Cheyenne, step back. Couldn't hit it that time. Lattimore with the rebound. There's Drummond, blocked by Williams. Great recovery that time by Sarah.
Niagara Prep giving up a couple of extra chance opportunities there. You need to clean up on the glass. This Crestwood team's too good to be giving them extra opportunities offensively.
Alexis Wright coming in the game tonight, right now for the first time tonight. Stolen by Picton. Make that her fourth. And she finishes it off the other way. Madeline Picton is having herself a game.
And like you said, it's going to be this matchup here. The defense that she can play on Day Wilson is going to be huge tonight. Another
Trap
good
coming.
trap.
Well orchestrated that time by Dave Picton.
You can tell that they've watched as much film as possible on this Crestwood team, and they know what they like to do when they get in their half-court offense, and the traps worked well for them tonight.
Day Wilson. Strong drive. Can't get it to go, but she's going to head to the line for two. Shan Day Wilson on the year, averaging about 17.5 points per game. And from the line, she's very efficient, 80%.
Efficient from all over the court, really. You see the threat of her long-range shot even there opened up just a little bit of a lane, and she attacks it immediately, able to draw the contact.
Wilson hits the first. Ella Okabusu into the game now for Crestwood as well, number 14. And Dave Wilson goes 2 for 2 from the line. No surprise there. Here's Wright now taking it up for Niagara Prep.
This is the first we've seen Crestwood applying a little pressure in the backcourt too.
Strong drive that time, a little out of control, and back comes the Lions. Day Wilson finds Tiana Bailey. Bailey, tough pass that time. Kolovecchia comes away with it. They got numbers. Picton, back to Kolovecchia. Steps out of bounds, though, that time. A little out of control, and you got a 3-on-1 that time. You got to take advantage of it.
It's a tough one there, and Picton immediately takes responsibility for that pass. I think she just led Kolovecchia a little bit too much on that one there. The right idea, though, the give and go.
Day Wilson, Okabusu tries to go baseline. Finds Drummond, another steal. They got numbers again. Bloodgrove, no call, and they're going to call a travel.
Looked like she might have even initiated the contact on that one.
I think it was a good call, to be honest with you, Steve.
Good non-call.
Of course, Dave Picton, obviously not agreeing with that. And you see Aaliyah Edwards back on the floor. Quiet night so far, at least for her standards.
Some of the pressure that Niagara Prep's been bringing is really kind of thrown off Crestwood as they try to get set in their half court.
Bailey, they're going to call travel. Tiana Bailey, a little out of control here.
These turnovers are uncharacteristic of a well-coached Crestwood team, but I think it's the good coaching of Dave Picton on the other end, knowing where to pressure them on the offensive side and how to create some of these turnovers.
Williams up top now. There's a mismatch. Picton gonna let it fly from the corner. Picton too strong. Great closeout that time by Edwards. Lagrove. Picton. Nice extra pass. Kolovecchia gonna try her luck. In and out that time. That's a heartbreaker. Here comes Day Wilson now streaking up the court. Edwards, that's an offensive foul all the way. Great defensive effort tonight so far in the first quarter by Madeline Picton. Four steals, a charge to go along with it, and a couple baskets as well.
She ate that charge there, and earlier as well took some contact. She's sacrificing the body all over the court tonight.
And you see Aaliyah Edwards immediately going to the bench again.
2 fouls in the first quarter. You don't want her to get into any kind of foul trouble, especially if this game continues at this pace and you know these guys will be going at it in the fourth.
Miscommunication that time by Picton and Tibiasu. Here we go, about a 1.5 difference here, shot clock and game clock. Crestwood going to set up in the half court here. Stolen again. Kolovecchia going to push it. Kolovecchia, strong drive, blocked by Lattimore that time. Not in her house.
That was just a great job by Lattimore to kind of stay with Kolovecchia. She made her way down the court there, not getting in her way, and then just using her height to her advantage to swat that one out of there.
.13 seconds remaining on the game clock. Tibiasu. Kolovecchia. Kolovecchia's going to let it fly. Off the back of the iron that time. Blue Grove, 2 seconds. They got to get it off. Shot. No good that time by Tibiasu. Back and forth first quarter. But, you know, Crestwood's up by 8 points right now, but it doesn't feel that way.
Doesn't feel like it, but I think if you capitalize on a couple of those possessions down the stretch there for Niagara, it's a different game. But that could kind of add up as this game continues. You need a strong response to start the second quarter.
21-13, Crestwood leads Niagara Prep. We'll be back for second quarter action. Welcome back to the OSBA Game of the Week. I'm Anthony Gaio alongside Stephen Martin here, and 21-13 so far. Crestwood leads, and you know, like I said before we went to break there, Niagara's been playing great defense. So Crestwood likes to start out the game. They go on a huge run, and they have a big gap going into the second quarter, but today it's been a little different.
Well, that's one of the things we talked about as we were looking at this game ahead of time. Kind of Crestwood really likes to get everybody on their bench and involve everybody's 16 minutes here, but they haven't had that dominant start that we normally expect from them.
Picton, strong drive, can't get it to go, not enough that time. Here comes Dave Wilson, and I think a big part of their lack of scoring so far has been Aaliyah Edwards in foul trouble too.
Not able to get her going early on, but Niagara just unable to finish on the past couple of possessions, and that could come back to bite them.
Dave Wilson. Oh, almost got it to go that time on the tough shot. Here comes Tibiasu. Tibiasu smartly pulls back. Tibiasu lost her dribble. Here's Picton. Nice defensive play again. Dave Wilson and Bailey, 2-on-1. Bounce pass right back to Dave Wilson. Oh, that was beautifully done. Tic-tac-toe.
It's a big offensive possession here for Niagara. You don't want this lead to extend past this 10 points.
Tibiasu, yeah, they need a bucket quick. They haven't scored yet so far in the second quarter.
They haven't scored in the last 4 or 5 trips down the court.
Miscommunication that time. Nearly stolen. Picked in. Tambu Nice find inside to Williams. Can't get it to go. Offensive board. And she gets it to go under the rim.
That's a huge bucket there.
Great job that time by Williams. Here comes Tiana Bailey now, guarded by the smaller Picton. Bailey nearly loses the ball. Picton has been a ball hawk all night. Lattimore. Wilson, step back. Day Wilson short. Drummond tries to go up strong. Can't get it to go. And here comes Tibiasu and Niagara. Tibiasu tried pulling up. Hits the front of the iron and back comes Wilson. Lattimore all day. Letitia Lattimore, that's too easy.
A great find by Day Wilson there off the turnover too.
Tibiasu. And they're going to call a traveling call that time on Blue Grove.
Again, we're seeing some unforced or forced by good defensive, but uncharacteristic errors by Niagara here.
See Aaliyah come back into the game now. Edwards going to work here off the screen. Stolen again. Here comes Cable. Emma Cable. Tough on Aaron pass that time, but Tambu comes away with it. Kovecchia gets a healthy shot, and Kovecchia gets it to go from three-point land. 25-18, 7:30 to go in the first half. Drummond looking to go to work here in the post. Great individual defense by Kovecchia, getting it done on both ends of the floor.
It's been a nice stretch here from Niagara Prep. They need to keep up this pressure.
Edwards now in the left corner. Up top to Reed. Latasha Lattimore. Bailey looking to go to work. Lattimore has that range. Can't get it to go. Edwards with a strong rebound and finish. Look at Edwards. She's not just a scorer. Like I said, she's third in the OSBA in rebounds at about 13 and a half. It's crazy.
It's done everywhere on the court. Great move there by Tambu to get into the lane. Just drives it right to the hoop.
Lattimore trips that time. No call on the floor. You're going to see Dave Burl and Dave Wilson come into the game now. Edwards going to take another seat here.
We've talked about Crestwood using their whole lineup, and I think this is just Coach Davis early on trying to keep everybody's legs fresh. We talked about Edwards with the couple early fouls too. You want to keep her out of foul trouble there as Picton's off on that one.
It was a good look. And here we go, another steal. Picton. They got numbers. Kovecchia. Cable can hit that. Cable missed the mid-range. Tambu. Picton. Nice closeout by Day Wilson that time. And it's going to go back to the Lions here.
We're seeing Niagara Prep get tons of second chance opportunities off of offensive rebounds and just turnovers from Crestwood that are, again, uncharacteristic, but they just haven't been able to capitalize. And down 7 points here, you need to finish on some of these opportunities.
Lattimore guarded by Williams now. Over to Reed. Tambu, great strong defense. That time somehow Reed gets it to go high off glass.
That's the thing here. Crestwood's going to put up points. You know they're going to be able to do that, so you need to match what they're doing offensively.
Kovecchia down low to Williams. Williams, spin move. Everything but the finish that time for Sarah Williams. Here comes Cheyenne Day Wilson. Wilson, nice find. Extra pass to Day Burl. Zakayla Day Burl all day that time. A three-pointer. They extend the lead to 12 now after that nice little run by Niagara. Crestwood with their championship pedigree answers right back.
Ref's calling the foul here. Looks like it's on Crestwood, but it's after the bucket there, so still up by 12.
Tibiasu guarded by Day Wilson again. This is the matchup of the day so far. Tibiasu going in strong. Can't get it to go that time. Lattimore deflects it, and back comes Crestwood. Cheyenne Day Wilson pulling the moves, gets to her spot. Beautifully done. it just looks like she throws that ball in the net.
You talked about her handles early on in this game, and that was on display there, but it's just the way that Crestwood pushes the pace up the court. Great offensively.
And just like that, Dave Picton's going to call a timeout. We're going to take a break here as well. We'll be back. You're watching the OSBA Game of the Week. Welcome back to the OSBA Game of the Week. 34-20, Crestwood leads Niagara Prep.
It's amazing how fast Crestwood can put up points here. Like you were saying at the beginning of this quarter, it didn't seem like it was an 8-point lead, but they've extended that now, and it's just too easy for them offensively. But a good bucket there.
Good job by Chantel Blairgrove with the Euro step in the lane, cutting the lead back down to 12. Lattimore turned over that time. Tibiasu, one-on-one with Day Wilson. Tibiasu gets it to go. Strong drive. Great transition bucket back down to 10. Nearly stolen again, but here comes Day Wilson and the Lions. And Crestwood's doing this without their best players on the bench. Lee Edwards, of course, in foul trouble here. Drummond finds Reed. Reed gets it to go from the outside. Marlo Davis saying thank you very much, Jada. Alexis Wright. Dave Burrow. Polavecchia. Not a great shot that time. Gets her own rebound. Extra pass to Tibiasu. Great look that time, and Sarah Tibiasu drains it from the outside.
Huge response three-pointer, and Dave Wilson going to pick up an offensive foul, too.
Tibiasu's fired up after that call. They're going to get possession once again. Sarah really is a gamer, I'll tell you that for free.
She's been all over the court tonight, and really the leader of this Niagara Prep team, and Dave Wilson looking a little shaken at this point, too.
There's a lot of eyes on this game, and especially going against potentially the best point guard in the OSBA, Shannon Day Wilson. Sarah Tibiasu has something to say about that.
Absolutely, and we saw it on those possessions there, and we've seen it all night, really, with that kind of full-court press from Dave Picton, really putting the pressure on this Crestwood team, and they haven't been able to execute as well as they normally do offensively.
LaGrove now. Polavecchia. That's going to be a backcourt violation. And it'll go back to Crestwood here.
Good response from Crestwood on that one. They're playing some strong defense.
You're going to see Lee Edwards check back into the game.
Immediately Dave Picton goes to his bench and checks in Janie Harrison as well, too, trying to match up, it looks like.
We see Tambu on Aaliyah Edwards all night. Tambu, of course, last Niagara Prep game I called, I saw Capital Courts versus Niagara, and Tambu did a great job against the former MVP, Marissa Russell. 3:51 remaining in the second quarter here. Dave Picton won a timeout. Steve, it's a 10-point game, but it really doesn't feel that way.
No, the pace of play back and forth from both these teams here, it's just been really Niagara Prep's inability to finish offensively on a couple of possessions. They played great defense, though, really throwing Crestwood off.
They've got a bunch of steals tonight, but they haven't been able to take advantage of that. They haven't been able to put the ball in the net, and, that's been the strong suit all year, great defense to easy offense, but Crestwood is making it hard for them down low.
But they still adjust. Well, early on we saw them trying to shoot from distance and unable to kind of capitalize on some of those shots. But now we've kind of seen them look to the offensive fast break and then try and get the ball down into the paint, but still some easy layup opportunities that they just haven't been able to capitalize on.
Both teams coming out of the timeout now. It'll be Crestwood's ball after that backcourt violation. .350 remaining here. Drummond going to inbound now for the Lions. Lattimore up top against Tibiasu. Tiana Bailey. Day Wilson, step back. Short again. Tibiasu has the mismatch now against Drummond, going to take her out one-on-one. Isolation now, Tibiasu driving in strong. Everything but the finish that time. She had the right idea.
It's been the story of the night, though, is smart basketball from Niagara Prep, just unable to finish.
Bailey. Lattimore to Day Wilson all day here. Surprising miss. You don't give her that much time. It's going to go back to Niagara Prep.
There's too much time there for Day Wilson. Second thought that shot, and off on that one.
Leah Edwards again going to go to the bench here. Not having her best day on the court tonight. It hasn't seemed to matter, though. Crestwood still with a 10-point lead here. Other players stepping up tonight.
Niagara Prep needs the bucket here to bring it to single digits, though.
Tambu. We'd like to see her go to work. The Utah commit. Tambu. Great acrobatic play that time, but couldn't get it to go. Day Wilson. Finds Dave Burrow. Over to Tiana Bailey. Crestwood has been getting great looks. This league could be a lot more than it is, and Tiana Bailey not going to miss 2 in a row. With that much space, at least.
And Lattimore again on the boards there to get the rebound for that shot opportunity.
Well short that time. Great hustle, but it'll go back to Crestwood.
Niagara Prep with the changes here.
If you're Niagara, you need a big run here going into the half.
You need to close this quarter strong, get this down to single digits, and go into the locker room at half and focus on what you've done well so far here tonight, because they have played smart defensive basketball.
And I think the scary thing is Crestwood is doing this without Aaliyah, as we see a turnover here that time. Crestwood's doing this without Aaliyah Edwards, who gives him 28 a night. And I'm pretty sure Aaliyah's going to get more minutes in the second half. So this is a scary sight here, and Niagara's got to get themselves closer going into halftime.
Absolutely, because Edwards is going to get her opportunities, like you said, but they've done a good job on her defensively to start this game, and that's what got her into that foul trouble.
That's a travel that time. Emma Cable going to get called for that. Back comes Day Wilson. 1:54 remaining in this first half. Lattimore now guarded by Williams. Lattimore a little out of control that time, and back comes Niagara Prep. Williams going in strong with the spin. Here comes Bailey back the other way. Lattimore nearly dribbled it off her leg. Wilson one-on-one with Tibiasu. Going to take her time here.
I just love the calm that Day Wilson brings to the court.
Bailey. Step back again. What a block by Tibiasu. Tibiasu now with an open layup, and she makes no mistake about it. Bailey
left.
Lattimore. Oh, that's too easy there for Latasha Lattimore. She's too tall. And especially when Williams gets it, when Williams not in front of her, it's tough to stop her. Picked in, finds Tibiasu. Sarah Tibiasu couldn't hit another three. Tambu. Williams now looking to go to work in the low post. No foul, and there's Tambu on the offensive board. Great athletic display that time by Donna Tambu.
Need to stop and try and get another opportunity here if you can, if you're Niagara Prep.
But a 2.5 second difference here, game clock and shot clock. Lattimore, baseline, strong drive. He's going to head to the line once again. Natasha Lattimore has been a problem down low here for Niagara.
when you talked about all the schools that were interested in her coming into this game, and she really had her talents on display here tonight. She can be a force down low for this Crestwood Lions team.
Lattimore hits the first. Last shot of the quarter potentially here for both teams. Kolovecchia to inbound now. Tibiasu going to take it up here for Niagara. Picked in. Picked in. Foul on the floor that time. 4 seconds left on the clock. Interesting to see what play Dave Picton runs here out of bounds. Screen coming here for Kolovecchia. Can't handle the pass. They got to let it go. They got to shoot. Picton is furious. The player's just unaware of the shock of the time on the clock. That'll do it for the first half. 44-31 Crestwood leads over Niagara Prep here at A&N Meyer in Niagara Falls. We'll be back for third quarter action. Welcome back to the OSBA Game of the Week. I'm Anthony Gaio alongside Stephen Martin, and the first half was very back and forth. The lead just does not seem this big right now, but it is. Crestwood closed out the quarter well, and Niagara Prep's offense kind of fell asleep near the end of the second quarter.
For most of the second quarter, really, Niagara took a step back offensively, but their defense has kept up, and that's thrown Crestwood off a bit. They just need to be able to finish on the offensive end.
Tiana Bailey. Picked in. Was baseline, nearly turned over. Drummond keeps it. Drummond lets it go. Well off the mark, but there's Edwards with the offensive board. Day Wilson gets to her spot. Day Wilson couldn't get it to go. Bailey. Wilson now one-on-one with Tibiasu. Gonna call her own number, and she gets it to go. Strong move and strong finish that time by Day Wilson.
That's the scary thing, is you've got Day Wilson and Aaliyah Edwards not having the best half either for Crestwood. If they get things going, this lead's quickly going to grow.
Tambu with the crossover. Oh, beautiful move. Just couldn't get it to go. Edwards loses the ball. Hard fall, scary fall that time, but all parties get up okay. Day Wilson now calling out the play. Gonna set their half-court offense. It's like a double screen coming up top here. Gonna get the switch, but here's Bailey. The southpaw short of the rim. Here comes Kolovecchia. Kolovecchia, strong move. Can't get it to go. It was a great look. Back comes Edwards. Kolovecchia gets back in the play and steals it. Tibiasu, that's a clean look. Sarah Tibiasu, once again from three-point land. Oh, you got to build off this momentum now if you're Niagara.
Well, you need a defensive stop, too. Interesting that they've gone away from the pressure here, allowing Day Wilson to bring it into the half-court offense.
Lattimore all day to get in the paint.
Another turnover from Crestwood.
Tambu, stolen. Edwards back the other way. Pulls back and finds Day Wilson. Smart play that time by Lee Edwards. Wilson looking for the screen. Drummond. Down low to Edwards. Bailey in and out that time. Drummond again with another offensive board. Edwards. Oh, that's too easy there. She can hit that in her sleep.
Great positioning down low from Edwards on that one, too. Just using her strength to get position.
Picked in over to Kolovecchia. No hesitation. Early shot that time. No good, and here comes Day Wilson. Finds Edwards. No call that time. Great defensive play by Kolovecchia, and they're going to call it out on Niagara. Looked like the Niagara players just let it go because they thought it was going to be their ball, but
I think, yeah, a little miscommunication there on two players, too. Kolovecchia, I think she didn't touch that one, but it goes out off of her.
Reed up top. Here's Bailey. Cheyenne Day Wilson. Nice look to Lattimore. Natasha Lattimore. She just makes it look so easy. She's been having a big game. She's been the player of the game so far on either side. Tibiasu gets a screen from Williams and thrown out of bounds here. Niagara Prep is showing them they're chinking their armor tonight. After going 11-0, they're getting beat down right now by Crestwood.
This is the opposite of the kind of start you needed to the second half. If you're Niagara Prep, you go into the locker room, you try to reset things, kind of establish again what you've done well. Really played strong defense in the first half, but
and for Crestwood, this is what they do. You know, they have strong second halves. Wilson to Bailey, but usually by this time Crestwood's playing their bench. Wilson can't get the floater to go, and here's Williams with a strong rebound. Picton. Madeline Picton. Out of bounds that time, but it will stay with Niagara. Picton over to Kolovecchia. Didn't take it that time. Now she gets to the mid-range, and she gets it to go. Nice moving jump shot that time by Julia Kolovecchia.
Again, Niagara Prep going away from that pressure that worked well in the first half.
LaGrove tried to take a chance that time. Reed can't make her pay. Edwards, oh, hard fall. Looks like she's okay there. That was a bit of a scary sight.
Really having a strong battle for position down low.
On falls like that, you gotta, if you're Coach Marlo Davis, you gotta hold your breath. That's been 2 falls now so far in this third quarter. That looked a little scary, but back the other way comes the ball.
Niagara Prep going back to that press.
Oh, Day Wilson. Stolen by Blagrove. Now spin move. Gets it to go. Put her in a blender that time.
Niagara Prep keeping up the pressure here too.
Call it black and foul. Dave Picton desperately trying to get his team fired up here. I'd like to see a little bit more energy out of them. And the Cable inserted to the game. Now another steal by Blagrove. Baseline takes it herself. No call. Cable with the rebound. And she gets it to go off glass.
There's a big rebound by Cable there. Just put that one up a little too early, but keeping the pressure on again, Niagara Prep.
Back
it's going to be their
way.
ball.
Bailey trying to plead her case that it went off the Niagara player's ball, but turned over once again.
Niagara got to keep things moving here too. You don't want to slow anything down. Need a bucket here too.
Yeah, you got to get a chance to cut it to single digits here if you're Niagara. Kolovecchia guarded by Lattimore. She's going to take the shot. Kolovecchia off the back of the iron, and back comes Tiana Bailey and the Lions. Great display of ball handling that time by Bailey. Day Wilson, hesitation. Nice bounce pass to Edwards. Can't get it to go off glass. Williams keeps it in, and back comes Niagara. Kolovecchia picked in. Cable looking for that three-point line, blocked by Edwards. What a play by Aaliyah Edwards, and Cable comes up with a foul. Bailey to inbound here. See Maddie Picton on the sideline. The shoulder hurt. That would be a big loss for Niagara. Oh, Kolovecchia. Great move that time, but couldn't get it to go over the outstretched arms of Aaliyah Edwards. Back the other way comes Edwards. She's going to let the mid-range fly. Aaliyah Edwards, that's too easy.
Didn't have her best first half of action, but she's starting to take things over here in the third quarter.
Edwards, the former finals MVP, looking to make a regular season MVP. And as Kolovecchia, great response that time to cut it to a 10-point lead. Foul that time by Blagrove.
That's tough for Niagara Prep. Oh, just over 4 minutes left, and you're already 4 team fouls here.
Got to be careful now. See Tambu back into the game. Very small lineup here for Niagara. Oh, sorry. Looks like they're going to take Kolovecchia out instead of Williams. Especially with Lattimore on the bench. Got to take advantage of this size mismatch down low. Edwards comes away with the ball at half court. Stolen. Going to go back to Niagara. Chance to cut it to a single-digit lead, single-digit deficit now again.
Even more so than that, just to keep some of this momentum on your side here, you really got things rolling.
Blagrove takes it herself. That was a great move that time, but couldn't lay it up with the finger roll. Here comes Day Wilson now. Guarded by Blagrove instead of Tibiasu now. Tibiasu picks up Bailey. Day Wilson knifing and can't get it through. Drummond with the offensive board. We're going to reset now. Edwards calling forward in the post. Lee Edwards, step back. Can't get it to go. Great closeout defense by Tambu, and she gets the steal.
They've got numbers.
Donna Tambu, mid-range. Can't get it to go. You like to look for her to get to the rim that time.
Especially when you've got numbers like that and you're crashing down the court. Could have looked for a pass there.
Reed, too strong. He's going to stay with Crestwood. Lattimore now coming back into the game. You're going to see Aaliyah take a seat here.
Just really kind of took things over in these past 7 minutes of the third quarter. Strong start for Aaliyah Edwards' second half.
Dominant display of defense shown by former finals MVP Aaliyah Edwards. Oh, Dave Wilson, that's a very healthy look off the front of the iron. She hasn't been stroking it from outside like she usually does. LeGrove. Williams. Cable, wide open three. Emma Cable, they needed that one in a big way.
A huge bucket, and LeGrove really providing a spark for this Niagara Prep team in the second half. She played some strong defense there and just a smart pass.
Emma Cable, surprising shot that time, only hits about 24% from the outside on the year, but she got it when she needed the most. Day Wilson. Reed. In and out. Tambu. Gonna take it herself. Tambu. Great shot. You might want a timeout here for Marlo Davis, and that's what he does. This Niagara fan base is on their feet. They're fired up. 53-48. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back. You're watching the OSBA Game of the Week. Back to the OSBA Game of the Week. Here's Tiana Bailey. Fighting for it down low. Crestwood comes away with it. Jump ball coming here. Possession Niagara. Donna Tambu all over the floor tonight. Aaliyah Edwards back into the game.
She's been a difference maker in this second half. She
Crestwood
checked out, and Niagara kind of went on a bit of a run here. A big 2 minutes for Niagara to close this quarter out, though.
Cable spinning. Finds Tibiasu. Sarah Tibiasu looking for a screen from Williams. Tibiasu step back through the legs. Sarah Tibiasu, this gym would have went crazy. Williams with the offensive board, and she banks it in. 53-50. This Niagara offense has erupted here. Edwards. Bailey can't handle it. Back comes Tibiasu. Tibiasu one-on-one. Fouled, and she's going to head to the line for two. What a comeback effort here for Niagara Prep.
Momentum entirely on their side at this point. Just gone on an unreal run here. Still a minute 30 left in the third quarter, too. Ample opportunity to extend this and actually try and get a lead here.
See Kolovecchia come back into the game. Williams, a well-deserved rest here. You're going to need her down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Tibiasu has been huge tonight, getting it done on the inside and out.
Coming up in those clutch moments, too. We've seen her with a couple of steals or strong defensive possessions, and then a couple big three-pointers, too, as she gets those two. And now only down by one for Niagara Prep.
1 point game. Last time we saw Crestwood in a close game like this, it was the OSBA Finals where they came out on top against Capitol Courts, 72-71. Bailey can't silence the crowd. Back comes Tambu. Donna Tambu pulls back. Tibiasu now with it. Sarah one-on-one with Bailey. Tibiasu Nice find to Kolovecchia, and they take the lead! What a comeback for Niagara! 54-53, 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
The first lead since that first quarter, 2 years. Crestwood off on another shot. They haven't had a bucket in what seems like a stretch of 3 or 4 minutes here.
There's a lid on the rim right now for these Lions. Tibiasu, one-on-one with Edwards. Tibiasu, step back. What a crossover! Can't get it to go. Great recovery by Aaliyah. Edwards to Bailey. She's calling for it back. Edwards, strong move. Gets it to go. And the foul. Aaliyah Edwards. What a response.
Huge possession there from Aaliyah Edwards, just showing her dominance again all over the court. Battling for positioning down low and then just putting that one in through the contact.
See Sarah Tibiasu take a seat here for Niagara. Edwards now. Misses the free throw. Here comes Emma Cable. Cable, hesitation move. Finds Picton. Gets it to go off glass. Madeline Picton. 56-55.
A great job by Picton to come to the ball in that play, too. Wasn't a great pass, but plows through that. Instead of taking the opium three, just drives it through the lane.
Day Wilson now, 3 seconds left on the clock. They got to get a shot. Bailey for three. She beat the buzzer but can't beat the rim that time. 56-55. Niagara Prep has come all the way back from a 14-point deficit to take the 1-point lead here. We got a great fourth quarter in store. We'll be back. You're watching the OSBA Game of the Week. Welcome back to the OSBA Game of the Week. As in, you know, this might be the game of the year so far. What a great game so far. Niagara Prep is really showing what they're all about here.
Through 3 quarters, it's been back and forth through both teams going on runs. And another unforced turnover there from Crestwood. And that's been the story of the end of that third quarter, was unable to get a bucket, and just sloppy play from Crestwood has let this Niagara Prep team back in.
One team will stay undefeated. One will have a loss in that column here. Nearly stolen, but it will stay with Niagara. Picton now to inbound here for Niagara. Cable, one-on-one with Day Burrow. Inside, stolen by Edwards. Lee Edwards going to slow it down. Lattimore. Cheyenne Day Wilson, one-on-one with Madeline Picton. Wilson, crossover, strong move. Gets it, doesn't get it to go that time, but she's going to head to the line for two.
Help defense from Tambu was a little too strong on that one, but a good read still, because Day Wilson was going to have a clean look if not.
It's potentially a preview of the OSBA finals coming up in March. It's been everything that we've hoped for. Cheyenne misses the first. Chance to tie it up here. Hits the second, tie the game. Gives a nice little shush to the crowd. See, she's a gamer. She's a champion for a reason. First team All-Star.
This is where she needs to shush the crowd, though.
And Cable gets it to go. Back and forth, they're throwing punches at each other now. Wilson. A lot of contact coming up court here. No call. The refs have their whistles in their pockets. Wilson directing traffic. Edwards in the post. Lee Edwards looking to go to work. Dribbles it off her foot. Nearly stolen. And it's going to go back to Niagara.
Tambu's done a great job defensively here in the last 4 or 5 minutes as Edwards has tried to come on and take over this game.
What an impressive effort. I'm so impressed with Donna Tambu doing it earlier in the year against the reigning MVP Marissa Russell, and now against Aaliyah Edwards, who's making a great case so far this year to be the MVP of the season this year. She's been a force on defense, and here's Williams. Williams can't bank it in. Dane Wilson, that's a foul. Cable a little too strong that time. They're going to call a block.
Well, and it's Day Wilson's kind of get up and go up to the court, too, there that draws that foul. Always looking to advance the ball there and try and get an easy opportunity.
See Reed back into the game, and Kolovecchia and Sarah Tibiasu coming back in. You are going to sit Donna Tambu now. You're going to have Kolovecchia matching up with Aaliyah Edwards here. That'll be interesting to see down the floor.
Let's see if Crestwood tries to go to Edwards here.
Problem with the shot clock here.
Refs are checking in on the scores table to reset things here, but like you were saying, with Tambu taking a seat, I think that's going to be a big matchup here. We saw Crestwood try to go to Edwards down low in the post on that last possession. You wonder if they don't go back to the same thing here.
Bailey finds Edwards now. Strong pass. Lattimore comes away with it still. Day Wilson up top. Cheyenne Day Wilson. Nice find to Reed. Reed puts it in from the corner.
Huge shot there. That really gets some momentum on this Crestwood side.
Tibiasu. Picked in. Blocked that time by Bailey. Here comes Wilson. Edwards. Nice pass to Lattimore. Gets it to go somehow. How did Latasha Lattimore do that?
She even has the look of disbelief on her face after that one.
Back to a 3-point lead now for the Lions. Tibiasu. LaGrove. Calling for a screen. Doesn't take it. LaGrove calls her own number. She's going to head to the charity stripe for 2.
An acrobatic play to still be able to get the shot up through that contact, too.
This game has all the makings to come down to the wire. This just feels like a playoff atmosphere.
It did when the minute we walked into this gym. Both teams in their warm-ups, there was a different sense of seriousness coming into this game than I've been exposed to so far with my time with the OSBA.
First shot made here. Chance to bring it to a 1-point game for Chantel Blagrove. She misses the second. Kolovecchia with a strong rebound. Jump ball. Possession Niagara. Tambu coming in after a short rest. Picton gonna get subbed out here. Tibiasu to inbound. She's gotta get it in. Nearly 5 seconds. Williams blocked that time. Good recovery by Drummond. .40 remaining in this game. Tibiasu. She's got to get it in. Nearly stolen again. Got to run this back one more time.
And 9 seconds on the shot clock, too, so we need to try and get a clean look off the inbound if possible.
Crestwood has been doing a great job denying the inbound here. Kolovecchia finally gets it. Kolovecchia lets it fly. Great closeout defense that time by Crestwood. Here comes Cheyenne Day Wilson. Wilson finds Drummond into Lattimore. Lattimore can't get it to go. It was a good look that time, but here comes Tambu. Chance to tie the game or take the lead here for Niagara. Tibiasu. Kolovecchia. She's looking for that 3-point shot. Shot clock winding down. Tibiasu, step back, 3. Can't get it to go. Nearly stolen that time. And the ball will go out of bounds right by our scorer's table here. 61-59, it'll be Crestwood's ball. Great effort that time by Sarah Tibiasu. Day Wilson, crossover, strong move, can't bank it in. Edwards with the rebound, foul on the floor that time. That's 3 fouls now on Niagara, 2 more and they're over the limit. 6:46 remaining. And a timeout coming here. Marlo Davis wants to talk it over. We're going to take a quick break here. We've got a good one coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the OSBA Game of the Week. We got a great one for you here. 6:46 remaining. It's going to come down to the wire here. 61-59. Crestwood leads over Niagara Prep. Battle of the undefeated teams here. Day Wilson inbounds to Edwards. One-on-one with Tambu. Screen from Edwards. No switch. Wilson. Strong drive. She can't bank it in again. Day Wilson's been getting the looks, just can't finish tonight. Oh, Emma Cable behind the back. Finds Tibiasu. Correcting traffic. Tambu nearly lost it. And it's going to go back to Crestwood that time. Looks like it hit her fingertips on the way out.
I don't think Tambu was ready for that pass.
Pressures. Fully pressed now for Niagara. Day Wilson into Lattimore, who had a great first half tonight. Lee Edwards calling for it in the post. Stolen! Cable. Shot fake. She gets the roll. Back to a tie game, 61-61. Stolen again by Cable. Cable gonna let it fly. Emma Cable in and out. There's a reason Emma Cable's third in the OSBA in steals at 4 per game. Wilson. Confident shot. Misses everything that time. Lattimore. And she's gonna head to the line for 2. Marlo Davis not impressed with that 3-point shot from Day Wilson. Really early in the shot clock. You want to get the best shot possible, especially coming down to the wire.
I think she knew she had her 2 rebounders down low, so they were ready to clean up the glass there, but still, you're right, an ill-advised shot. You want to try and look for clean looks down the stretch.
Lattimore. Hits the first. She goes 1 of 2 from the line. Cable has had a big fourth quarter. Finds Tibiasu. In and out that time. Tambu with an offensive board. Blue Grove. Cable. Behind the back. Emma Cable. Can't bank it in.
Another offensive board, though.
Tambu. And a mistake that time. So close to taking the lead once again.
You see Dave Picton on the sideline there, just telling his players, keep it slow, slow things down, keep calm.
Lots of time in this game. It's anyone's game right now. Edwards. Gonna bring it up court now for Crestwood. Crossover. Aaliyah Edwards, strong move. Can't get it to go. And then the offensive board by Lattimore again. 3-point game. Tibiasu finds Tambu. Picton. Tibiasu, baseline. And she's going to go to the line. Lots of contact on that play by Tiana Bailey.
Smart choice to attack the lane there.
Kolovecchia is going to come into the game now. Sarah Williams going to come out. Big height difference here. Dave Picton going to a small lineup. You might be small right now, but you do have a lot more speed on the floor. Be interesting to see what Marlo Davis does next offensive trip down.
Tambu gives a bit of size to Edwards and Kolovecchia as well.
I would immediately throw it to Lattimore in the post.
We saw Lattimore in the first half really have her way down low. She's wide open there.
Wide open that time. And the foul. Latasha Lattimore is fired up. This is a defensive breakdown that time. Looked like Cable was trying to come for the double in the backcourt. Came back to bite her as Lattimore was wide open down low.
And that's the trouble when you're running some of that pressure that we've seen here from Niagara. It's really gotten them back into this game, that defensive pressure. But have to be careful on those double teams.
Lattimore off the front of the iron. Still a one-possession game here. 66-63. Tambu, 1-on-1 with Edwards. Tambu! Nearly stolen. Kolovecchia comes away with it. Picton, a clean look. Maddie Picton off the side of the rim. Out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Crestwood.
That's the first shot we've seen from Maddie Picton since she went off with what looked like a shoulder injury. They were stretching her out and got her back on the court. We haven't seen her that likely to put up the ball. You wonder if it's still bothering her here.
Edwards. Day Wilson going to reset now at the top. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Wilson. Wilson behind the back. She's got to get a shot off. Day Wilson. Bang! Cheyenne Day Wilson.
It's a dagger there from Wilson.
Tibiasu. Strong move. Gets it to go off glass. What a response by Sarah Tibiasu. 69-65. Reed into Lattimore. Somehow comes away with it. It's like she's grabbing onto that leg. Oh no. This is a scary sight here. Tasha Lattimore in a lot of pain on the ground. Looked like her left leg got buckled. Oh no, this would be a big loss here. Hopefully she gets off on her own. Oh no. She's in agonizing pain here. This is horrible. We're gonna take an opportunity here to take a break. We'll be back with you on the other half. Welcome back to the OSBA Game of the Week. A scary sight there before the break with Latasha Lattimore going down, holding what seemed to be a lower leg injury, but she was able to walk off on her own power. But it's a big loss if she's out the rest of this game.
Ref's just going over to explain that they've picked and that I think they'd missed the possession call on the last jump ball, so it's going to remain Crestwood ball here.
Here we go, 69-65 here, 3:33 remaining. Day Wilson finds Reed up top, guarded by Tibiasu. Cheyenne, Day Wilson. Bailey. Edwards calling for it down low. Shot clock now at 10 seconds. Day Wilson can't get it to go. Great defense by Niagara.
Not having Lattimore, it's going to be tough for boards here for Crestwood too.
LaGrove going in strong. Spin. Can't get the hook to go. Back comes Edwards with the big rebound. Leah Edwards pulls back. Edwards now looks like she's going to call her own number. Step back. Can't get it to go. Drummond unable to get the offensive rebound. And here comes Tambu. Colavecchia, no hesitation. Julia Colavecchia in and out.
That's a tough miss there. She knew as soon as she got the ball that she was going to put that one up.
A good welcome sight here, though. Lattimore at the scorer's table getting ready to check back in now for Crestwood. Day Wilson. Spin, shot. Can't get it to go. Back comes Niagara. They need a bucket here. Picton. Tibiasu for three. A little too strong that time. Under 2 minutes now. Bailey. Both teams' offense have come to a standstill here. Out of bounds, and they go back to Niagara.
And that's such a smart double team from Niagara there as Picton came down to try and trap the Crestwood player, as Crestwood had a size mismatch down low too.
Still anyone's game here, but Niagara needs a bucket and fast. Picton over to Tibiasu, guarded by Day Wilson. Colavecchia. Picton, baseline. Brings it back out. Tibiasu, Colavecchia, wide open, calling for it. Off the front of the iron. That was a big opportunity. Now under 90 seconds to go in the game.
She's missed her last two from that spot there too. Those would have been two bigger buckets.
No call. Day Wilson. Shot. Gets the foul. Day Wilson, good job of drawing contact there, but it's like Picton's holding her just right above her eyebrow there. Looks like she got a shot to the face. Cheyenne Day Wilson, 80% from the line. No shot bigger, though, this season. She extends the lead to 5. You just got to love this competitive spirit by Shannon Day Wilson. She lets the crowd know to be quiet after.
She controls the game on the court, and with that free throw, she controls the crowd too.
Looking to make it a 6-point lead here. 1:13 to go. And she does that. Here we go. Niagara desperately needs a bucket now. Time is not on their side. Screen for Cable, doesn't work. Tambu. Baseline. Gets the foul. She's going to head to the line for 2 now.
Niagara's kind of gotten away from the attack of the paint, so I like that possession there from Tambu to send herself to the line and hope to get 2 points here.
Good on the first, 71-66. Misses the second. Still a 5-point lead here for Crestwood. Day Wilson one-on-one with Kolovecchia, calling an isolation here. Wilson, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Day Wilson, step back, bang! Oh, what a dagger! What a clutch shot, ice is in her veins. Cheyenne Day Wilson, Kolovecchia trying to respond, can't get it to go. And it will stay with Niagara, but what a shot by Cheyenne Day Wilson. That might be the shot that ends this game.
She's done it here all night, played great on both ends of the floor, and really kind of closed this game out here in the end of the fourth quarter.
What a game. So, she's been trying to hit that shot all game. She hasn't really been successful, but she hit a three before that, and she hit that outstanding step back three right there. And boy,
it's been her presence on the court. She's been able to calm the rest of her teammates down. We saw in the middle of that third quarter and early into the fourth quarter, Crestwood looked uncharacteristically flustered. And I think it's been their leader, Cheyenne Day Wilson, really kind of slowing things down, playing strong defense, and we've seen her come up big down the stretch here.
No doubt about it. And the crazy thing is, Cheyenne Day Wilson still has another year in high school before she gets to go and choose the school's lucky enough to have her.
Well, and that's the benefit of playing with a team like this. Crestwood put together such a great program. Most of these girls were here last year when they were playing and having a championship run. Looks like they might be able to hold on to things here and keep that undefeated streak going. When you play with that kind of excellence, it goes through the whole team.
You talk about that championship run. They're showing their championship pedigree right here in the fourth quarter. As a team, you know, Niagara came back at the end of that third quarter into the fourth, and it looked like Crestwood was looking a little down, but
momentum was wholly on Niagara's side, and this crowd was rocking. And they've really kind of slowed things down and played their game.
You got to hurry up here. Bad shot that time. Tough shot. And it's going to go out of bounds, and it will go back to Crestwood here. Interesting to see if Picton will foul. Timeout here by Marlo Davis. We're going to take a quick timeout here. Come back for the last 21.5 seconds. Welcome back to the OSBA Game of the Week. A 8-point lead here for Crestwood after that clutch shot by Cheyenne Day Wilson just a few moments ago, and looking to close out the game here. A couple fouls to give for Niagara still.
It's been a big 60 seconds for Crestwood. We were sitting here with 90 seconds left on the clock, and it was a two-possession game, and Crestwood's really kind of
nearly a turnover that time.
Continued to keep this pressure and close this game out.
Tiana Bailey up top. They got a foul. Looks like they're not going to foul here. Looks like Dave Picton's going to take the loss here, and that'll be the end of the shot clock. Well played here today by Crestwood.
Well played by both teams, really.
Yeah.
To start this game, Niagara Prep knew what Crestwood wanted to do. They played some great defense, and they got out to an early lead.
That's exactly what it was, though, the start of the game. Crestwood came with the hot start at the end of that first quarter, and Niagara, you got to give them credit where credit's due. That'll be the end of the game here, but what an effort by Niagara to come back in this game. Down 14 at one point, able to come back and show that they are competitive with the rest of this league. Yes, they were 11-0, but a lot of people were saying their schedule was really easy. But tonight, they prove themselves.
Well, and their schedule in the new year, too. Not that it's going to be easy, but it's going to be a bit lighter than some of these teams. Even when you look at Crestwood still has 10 games left to play as we enter 2020. Niagara's only going to see 7 games here. They've really run the table in their division and kind of cleaned things up. It's a tough loss to take, but I think you'd rather take this loss now than in March.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This could be a finals preview. And
you've said it all game. This is more than likely going to be 2 of the best teams when we get to that tournament in March, but anything happens when you get to the bracket.
This has been another edition of the OSBA Game of the Week. For Steve Martin, our producer Yoram Kerbal, I'm Anthony Gaio saying have a good night.